Expand now. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome to Brian J. Pombo Live. Today I want to talk about something you really ought to be thinking hard about, and that's the fact that you should be expanding right now. And maybe this doesn't apply to you. Maybe you're watching this years in the future. Currently, it is August in 2020. We are still going through economic crisis. There are still a whole lot of people that consider themselves in economic crisis and are holding themselves back. And I've come across this over and over and over again that the people that are in expansion mode right now are the people that will be catapulted years ahead of the competition because the competition just isn't moving. Because most people, and I don't mean, I'm talking business owners, I'm talking everyday people, I'm talking across the board. Most people, regardless of whatever status you're at, they're not moving. They're not moving. They're scared. They're holding things close. They're still overcome by the whole COVID thing. They're overcome by protests and riots and talk about race and everything else. People are scared and they're holding tight. And because of that, the people that are moving, the people that are doing something different, they're the ones that are getting something right now. So if you are, I mean, let's say your current business or current businesses are on hold. I was having a discussion with a gentleman earlier today that is, he's in the real estate business. He's in the health gym business, workout gyms, and both of those areas and the areas that he's at are everything's really tight right now. They're just not able to make the money they were able to before, and so he's looking at other options. But he's looking at expanding. It's the right way of looking at it. Now there's a couple. I think he may be off on the directions that he's going in, or what he thinks is the safest options, but he's holding on to his nest egg, and he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to expand in the wrong direction. But you have to move now. You have to move a little bit ahead of the crowd if you really want to get some advantage. Everything in economics is relative. It's relative to other people out there. That's why we talk about competition, even though competition doesn't really exist. It's not a real thing. But everything is relative to some extent. You're only as wealthy as you are in difference to everybody else. Honestly, it's the old concept where they talk about if you took all the gold in the world and just handed it out equally among everybody, how much would that gold be worth by the time you were done giving it to everybody? It wouldn't be worth anything because everyone's got it. Because there's no demand, because everyone's got the same amount, the price would go down to the ground. It wouldn't be worth hardly anything. Now someone would find a way to make it worth more, and that gold would end up spreading out and end up accumulating in all the same places where it was before. But in theory, if everybody has the same thing, that thing becomes worth less in value because it's in less demand and in high supply. And so it's all relativity. Supply, demand, everything in economics is relativity. So what's that? How did I get off on this point? The whole point is that if you can jump ahead by moving when others aren't moving, whatever the marketplace, it seems to be across the board, except in those few exceptions that I've talked about before, where it was already a depressed market and it started exploding because of the economics of the situation, because of people's mentality. Other than those places that are doing great, so many industries are in a standstill right now, or at least very slow in restarting back up. And that's when you need to get ahead of everything. Get moving now. Expand before it's comfortable. And if you do that, you'll be very happy. Try if your area is not running right now and you don't feel confident in your area, do another area. Pick out something new. Talk to somebody who's having success in their area. There's a lot of great options on the table right now. You got to talk to somebody that can help. Hey, if you want really to get your mindset in the right frame of mind, go grab my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You can get a free copy over at AmazonProofBook.com. AmazonProofBook.com. If you're watching the video, it's written right across the screen. AmazonProofBook.com. And you can also find it over on Amazon if you want to pay for it. But go check it out at my website. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow, like we are every day, give you another tip and be able to go in another direction with it and hopefully give you something to chew on. So we'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.